Hi, Shalom everyone. I'm continuing this awesome series of the Daf Yomi here in Masechet Bava Batra on page Lamed, that's number 30, naturally in English. I'm actually recording this live here during a fast, Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, 17th of Tammuz. Naturally, one of the 6 fasts of the year. So we've got 2 hours to go. We've got to pray for the rebuilding of the Bet HaMikdash now. So friends, what's going on in these pages today? We've been talking all about Chazakah, the concept of 3 years in different categories over here. Now in today's case, we've been talking about that it could be some sort of substance if someone's been dwelling in a property of land uncontested for a 3-year period. That's what we've been talking about in previous pages and in different tractates over here. And in today's case, a person has been, let's just say, living somewhere for 3 years, and supposedly a person comes from abroad, he's been in business, and he says, "What are you doing on my property? What have you been doing here? What are you doing inside of it?" So the person that's, let's say, supposedly squatting inside it, he says, "I bought it off you, don't remember? All these years ago, and I've been here now for 3 years. I've been here 3 years already. You've been," but then he says, "I've been away, I've been abroad, I've been away." And he says, "No, I've got witnesses that each year you were here for at least a month, doing things, and you were in this vicinity over here." So then the person says back, "When I was here for a month each time, I didn't have time to go to the property to check this property. I was busy dealing with many different things connected to the properties and the businesses I've got outside. Get off my property now," the person is going to say to the supposed purchaser. And it's gonna get contested over here and there. But is it a good enough claim over here of B'shukei Barai, as they call it, that someone's went to a far off place over here and he hasn't been able to manage his property properly over here? Is it? So Rava's going to come in and say, yes, this thing that this claim, this supposed reasoning that he's been away abroad and hasn't been able to travel, hasn't been able to check up the property over here, it's going to be substantial. And the person that's dwelling in the property supposedly for the last 3 years and claims he's bought it, he will have to bring now proofs of ownership over here, of different documents and stars to substantiate his claim that he bought the property over here. And it's because he's got a very, very good reason over here that he's been away abroad, let's just say, and he hasn't been able to check up on the property for this period of time. That weighs some significance according to the commentators over here, especially according to Rava and several of the other commentators that will bring it about. And that's how important it is if someone purchases something else to keep the documents over here. And how important it is also, in this case, the person has witnesses that the person came back for 1 month each time. So if the person wouldn't have had necessarily a reason saying that he was busy with his properties at the time, and all those things, that in of itself, that he had witnesses that he came here and didn't contest it, that might have had some substance if you wouldn't have had to give another reason to push it off. But it's very interesting stuff. How important is the concept of 3? We've been talking about it. At the moment, there's an encyclopedia of different case scenarios where people will claim ownership to something and it will get contested in so on and so forth. How important is these sugyot? I remember I was learning in a chabora, I think back in the year 2011, from 2010, I think from October 2010 till pretty much towards Tisha B'Av time in 2011 with a really good rabbi in Jerusalem. And we're learning the sugyot of Bava Batra, especially these pages over here. How important it is for the brain to study these. These are a lawyer's dreams, these specific pages in the Gemara. It really opens up the mind over here and everything else. We're in Shiva Asar B'Tammuz. Let's hope there'll be a blessing, that there will be the rebuilding of the 3rd Bet HaMikdash now, Bezrat Hashem. We don't want to go through a Tisha B'Av and the 3 weeks now of mourning commemorating the destruction of 2 temples. We hope Moshiach is going to come now, but in the meantime we should keep learning the Daf Yomi, gaining wisdom and brachot from Israel. I'd like to dedicate this to Lilui Nishmat Avihu Ben Esther, who passed away 2 months ago, and wishing you all a great day. Take care.